Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Marwan Hassan. I welcome you to the first Arabic program lesson. In this session, we will talk about the three categories of the language, and they are al-ism, which it is the noun, wal-fi'l, which it is the verb, wal-harf, which is the letter. Al-ism in the language, it's either for a person like Marwan, or for something like kitab or masjid, or an idea like Islam or education. And for the fi'l, it is something stuck with the past or present or future tense. For example, ذهب, يذهب, سأذهب, or اذهب means go. This is the fi'l. And for the harf, something which it has no meaning unless it is added to another word. So it could be having a meaningful when it is combined or associated with other words in the language. And those letters, there are so many in the language. I'll give you an example, some of them, which it is the prepositions, and like for example من إلى في عن على الكاف اللام الباء الواو مع حتى. All these are considered as letters in the language, and there are some other group of letters like an, in, an, kay, len, lem. Those are letters. They have no meaning, or they are meaningless unless they are added to other words to make a good meaning. In this slide here, you can read Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum yuhyi wa yumitu wa ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim. All those are verses from Al-Quran Al-Kareem, and just in fact I captured it just to be as an example for the categories of the language. So if we start categorizing those words, you will find under the noun box Allahu, Ilahu, Huwa, Al-Hayyu, Al-Qayyum, Aydihim. All those are nouns, and when it goes to the verb, we will find that there are 1, 2, 3 verbs in this part. Yuhyi means give alive, yumit makes death, ya'lamu who knows. And the third box, which it is the letters in the language, letters like la, illa, wa, bayna. Those are letters, has no meaning unless they are added to other words. Then after that they will be in meaningful statements or words or sentences. As we know, Arabic language words are declined, and declension in the language, that means the case ending of the words in Arabic language is subject to change based on the grammar rules. Here in this slide I gave you some examples for how the case ending of the words or the nouns or the words in general in the language, it is declined, means it is subject to change based on the grammar. Like for example, al-kabiru sometimes you see الكبيرة, and other times you see الكبير. الله and الله and الله. الحي الحية الحي. القيوم كبير. إله صمدا صمد صمد. حيا قيوما قيوم. You notice that there is case ending for every and each word in the language, either a or u or e, or sometimes it is on or an or in, which it is they call it tanween in the language. And for the other harakat, like al-kabira, this is nasb or fatha. Al-kabiri, this is kasra or jar. Al-kabiru, this is dhamm or rafa, and so on. Now the question here, what makes the sounds changed in the words or in the case endings of the words in Arabic? I have here an example of those factors that affected the words and make the case ending of these words subject to change, and they call it letters. And those letters in Arabic, there are some of those letters. In fact, in this slide you can see it. It is they call it the prepositions. Prepositions in Arabic means حروف الجر, and those letters it is constructed, means when you say, for example, min, it is min, just like that. It is not mino or mina or mini. It is min. Ila, fi, an, ala, allam, which it is li. Alba, which it is bi. Alwaw, which it is wa. Al-kaf, which it is ka, and ma. Those are, they call it the prepositions. Those prepositions, when they joined the nouns, means they come before the nouns and be as a kind of sometimes prefix, you know, like for example, أنا أتعلم بالقلم, بالقلم. So this is the prefix here, which it is associated with القلم. They call it حرف جر الباء. للمدرسة, or أنا أذهب للمسجد. So these are those letters. They are they are prefix, in fact, of the word. So, and they became part of the word, and their affection or their function and their effect on the words will cause the jar or genitive to the case ending of the word. For example, al-baytu, if I use bi or any letter from those prepositions before al-bayt, it will be al-bayti. For example, min al-bayti ila al-bayti, fi al-bayti, عن البيت, على البيت, للبيت, بالبيت, والبيت, كالبيت, مع البيت. You see, this is the way how it is working. Now with the verb section here, the case ending of the sounds or the sounds of the verbs here also it is subject to change, but it is limited here with some letters. I in fact choose some limited, very limited letters, and which they are len and lem. Those in fact big major letters in the language. They work, or they are associating the verb. We use it for the verb. They don't work with nouns at all. So for example, basically we say يعلم رفع, يميت أيضا رفع, يعلم يميت, يحيي. All those are ended with ضم, means رفع, unless it is added to one of those letters. For example, before لن, if we use the verb after لن and لن become before the verb, then here the effect will be and the verb will be considered as detail, as we learned in the session or in the classroom. So for example, if I want to say أنا أكتب, this is the verb in the present tense ended with ضمة or رفع. If I use this لن before أكتب, then it will be أنا لن أكتبه. أقرأ, أنا لن أقرأ. أعلم, أنا لن أعلم. هو يعلم, هو لن يعلم. لن يميت, هو لن يميته. You see, this is the way how it works. And this letter, in fact, or this article, it is specialized with the present tense. There is another article here, which it is the second article, which it is لم. لم means not. It's a kind of negation. It is kind of نفي, not. لن also it is a kind of نفي, but لن it makes نفي or negation for the future, while لم it makes نفي or negation for in the meaning of in the past. For example, when I say, let us work now with لم. When I say يعلم, يميت, يعلم, or يكتب, or يقرأ, when we use لم, or when we work لم in this sentence, before يعلم, before the verb, it will be like this: لم يعلم. It is consonant, سكون in the end, the case ending is ساكن. لم يعلم, لم يمت, لم يقرأ, لم يكتب, and so on. Here in this slide, it is titled with رفع, نصب, and جر. نصب means الفتحة, والرفع means الضمة, والجر means the genitive or الكسرة or الجر. What is رفع and نصب and جر? I have here some examples. If I say I learned too much grammar, and the second question is my teeth began aching. Dentist gave me a root canal. The sky is created by Allah. Usaid taught Junaid. Those sentences, especially the first three sentences, I learned too much grammar, my teeth began aching, dentist gave me a root canal. Who is here the main character? The main character, in fact, in those sentences, it is I, or me, or my. So this is the main character in the sentences. Here we consider those, the main character here, as رفع, because I learned too much grammar. Okay, now I, it is a stand for me, and me or my or I, it is a noun. The grammarian said, let us call it a pronoun. Okay, anyhow, noun or pronoun, they have to be in the case of رفع, unless they are not associated with any grammatical articles or tools or letters. Okay, so I learned, this is the verb. We don't want to talk about it right now. And I learned too much grammar. The grammarian, they said that I here consider as I am doing something. I was learning. Okay, what did I learn? The answer is too much grammar. That's what I did learn. That's what I did. Too much grammar. The grammarian said, I am the doer because I was doing the learning, and too much grammar, those consider as the detail of the sentence. I hear, I am the doer. They said, since you are the doer, give him the best haraka you have, and the basic, which it is rafa and dhamma. Now for learned, let us leave it. We will talk later about it. Okay, learned what? Too much grammar. They said that this part, too much grammar, let us consider it as the details of the sentence. I can say I learned. Okay, I learned what? Now we come to the detail. Too much grammar. This is the detail. They said, since this is a detail, give this part something they call it nasb. So I will be having rafa, and too much will be having nasb because this is detail. So if I ask you, what is my teeth began aching? How you clarify, how you identified nasb and rafa? Let us start. My teeth began aching. Who is the character or who is the doer in this sentence? My teeth began aching. Thank you. My teeth, in fact, is the doer, not me. Now what about began? Began is the verb. Okay. Began what? Aching. Aching. Now here the detail. So detail, it will have the nasb. Okay. My teeth began aching. So give aching a nasb. Like too much grammar, we gave it a nasb because it is detail. We give now aching a nasb because it is detail. Now go to the next sentence. Dentist gave me a root canal. Who gave me the root canal? Thank you. The dentist. So dentist is doer because he is doing. Who gave me the root canal? So give him rafa because he is the doer. Okay, give, it's a verb. Okay, where is the detail? Give me what? Give to whom? To me. And this is detail. Give me what? A root canal. So what is this? This is nasb also, or detail. Consider me and root canal considered as detail and nasb. The fourth sentence, it is the sky is created by Allah. Okay, where is the doer in this sentence? Allah, exactly. This is the doer. Allah is the doer. So give him rafa. Okay, what did Allah create? The skies. Okay, so this is the detail. So give the skies the nasb. Last sentence, Usaid taught Junaid. Usaid taught Junaid. Who taught who? Usaid taught Junaid or Junaid taught Usaid? Now here in Arabic language, it is very easy. In English language, it's very easy to know that Usaid, he is the teacher. and Junaid, he is the student. But in Arabic language, we can consider Usaid as a teacher, as he was teaching, and we could consider and Junaid will be the detail or the nasb. This is one way. Another way, we can consider Junaid as a teacher and Usaid is a student. How? Okay, since we agree that the doer has to have the rafa, means the dhamma, so this is the doer. If you put dhamma to Usaid, then will be Usaid the teacher. And you give fatha to Junaid, then Junaid will be nasb and will be detail, will be the student. Example, let us do it. Usaidu taught allama Junaidah. If I want Junaid to teach Usaid, I will say Usaidah taught Junaidu. You see, so Junaidu will be the teacher to Usaid. Okay, it is interesting, this part. Okay, so if you go back to the skies created by Allah, when I say the skies created by Allah, see, the doer is in the end of the sentence. But when it comes to English, I cannot say the sky, I cannot say the skies created Allah. In Arabic I can do it. خلق السماوات الله. You see, خلق السماوات الله. And also I can use it in this way. الله خلق السماوات. You see, this is the great, in fact, characteristics of the Arabic language, which it is Al-Quran Al-Kareem revealed by it. Okay, let us go to the sentence, which it is, I drank juice outside yesterday. Who drank the juice? I. That means I am the doer, so give dhamma. Though we don't say ayu, or we say anau, we say ana, but still we consider it as rafi' because this is doer. Ana, drank, this is the verb. Juice, detail. Outside, detail. Yesterday, detail. All those are nasb. Last sentence, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam taught us Islam. Who taught us? The Messenger. So this is the doer, give him rafa'. What is sallallahu alayhi wasallam? This is detail. What taught us Islam? This is detail. What Rasulullah taught us? Islam. This is detail. Who taught us Islam? Rasulullah. Then it is the doer. So let us come here to the conclusion of what we have learned today. So we have rafa' and we have nasb and we have jar. Let us talk about rafa'. Now for the rafa', you need to use the questioning tool who. If you want to know who, if you want to know the doer, then you have to ask who made that, who did that. So who created the sky? The rafa' or the doer will be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. طيب, to find the doer, this is the rule, how to find the doer. And when you find it, just give him rafa'. But what about the nasb? Or how to find the nasb, or the detail? Okay, the question is what or who made, what or what the doer made, what the doer made or did. Allahu rafa'a what? As-samawat. So as-samawat, it is detail. Allahu khalaqa السماوات. السماوات is detail. Allahu anzala al-Quran. Al-Qur'ana is detail. And all those you need to give them nasb. Nasb means fatha. If isim is doing the fi'l, then that is the doer and we call it rafa'. And what the doer makes in the sentence, that will be the detail, and that's we call it as nasb. Well, in this slide here, we need to talk about al-jar a little bit because we are done with talking about nasb and rafa'. Jar has two ways, in fact, to cause kasra and to affect the nouns. The question, how jar happened to the nouns, and based on what we give kasra to the case ending of the nouns. The grammarian said you have two ways. The first way is jar due to the preposition. The jar could be caused because of the preposition. So the preposition letters they are من إلى في عن على الكاف الواو الباء اللام مع حتى. All those are prepositions, and we have other prepositions, what we will talk later about them. Those, when they come before the noun, they immediately affected that noun and affect the case ending of that word. For example, masjidu, al-masjidu. If you add one of the prepositions letters, it will be ذهبت إلى المسجد, because of the letter of the preposition letter. وصل سليم من المدينة means he came from al-Madinah. So those are the prepositions, and with other sisters of this group of these prepositions, they affect nouns in this way, and it is easy to memorize it and to know this rule. Rule number 2 is jar could be happen due to of, meaning of. For example, if I say book of Nasr, this book belongs to Nasr. So whose book this is? This is book of Nasr. Okay, so wherever the meaning of, then give that noun that comes after of, give it kasra immediately. Give jar. So we call it majroor. Translation of that in Arabic, book of Nasr will be kitabu Nasirin. Class of Arabic will be صف العربي. House of Allah will be بيت الله. Religion of Islam will be دين الإسلام. And this is, they call it in the grammar al-idafa. They call it al-idafa, or they call it the position.